crossed him. Born into a prestigious Jujutsu clan but with absolutely zero cursed energy, let alone a cursed technique, Toji was deemed to be a failure. However, he not only managed to almost kill Satoru freaking Gojo, but he also came back from death itself to show exactly how he earned the title of the Sorcerer Killer. Toji possesses one of the most powerful weapons, Heavenly Restriction, which made him literally superhuman, allowing him to reach the heights of special grade sorcerers. Simply speaking, Heavenly Restriction is like a binding on a sorcerer's body that is imposed right from birth. We can call it a trade-off between cursed energy and physical abilities, enabling a sorcerer to get skills that an average human can't have. Hence, Toji did not own even a single little drop of cursed energy and was the only example of a person where Heavenly Restriction completely eradicated it instead of just lowering it to normal levels. Remember guys, humans without cursed energy can't see curses, such as Maki having to use her glasses. But what made Toji beyond human is that each one of his 5 senses was attuned to the highest degree, making them significantly stronger. As a result, Toji gained the ability to discern curses and Jujutsu as if he could actually see them. Whilst he was young, the Zenin clan had thrown him into a pit full of cursed spirits to punish him for having no cursed energy, but the only injury he got from that was a scar on his face, meaning that he wiped out all the curses on his own. Moreover, whilst other sorcerers would their pants standing up to the strongest duo, Gojo and Geto, even though they could see their curse techniques, Toji did so fully relying on his senses alone. Just imagine that. Toji couldn't see anything. That is some insane disadvantage, yet he still took Geto's dragon-cursed spirit out with ease. This is another factor that highly influences the battle senses of Toji, since instead of cursed spirits and techniques, he can see and feel inorganic matter as well as grab hold of normally imperceptible changes in air density and temperature. This innate ability helps him to dodge or attack anything that he can't see. In a similar fashion, his presence was also completely invisible, which he used as a huge part of his plan for taking out Gojo to sneak into Jujutsu High without setting off the barriers. He could slip in and out without a problem because the barriers only detected foreign cursed energy, yet Toji was immune to all that. After all, Kid Satoru Gojo was the first and last person to ever notice Toji from behind, making him the best assassin in the entire world. Toji had a special cursed tool to annihilate Gojo, as his final blow had come from the inverted spear of heaven. This is a tool that can force the stoppage of any other technique it comes into contact with, completely nullifying even the most powerful cursed techniques like Gojo's Limitless. Not even Sukuna's cleaving at 20 fingers could penetrate Gojo's technique. However, on top of that, Tengen mentioned that the inverted spear of heaven is so powerful that it even has the power to cancel out the effects of the prison realm in which Gojo was sealed inside later. But we all know what he did to it. However, this is where another advantage of Heavenly Restriction comes in, because Toji's body develops resistance to curses as well. He stored all his cursed tools inside a weapon cache, which was just a cursed spirit that Toji ingested. Yep, an invisible man has invisible guts, so the extremely low cursed energy from the cursed spirit was concealed within his body. This was an effective way for Toji to carry a number of cursed tools, which he was very proficient in wielding because of the years he had training with them. An insane feat of this strength is seen with Geto. He easily deals with his cursed spirit, who was stated to have the hardest skin of all cursed spirits, claiming that it was just a bunch of noise and meaningless to him. To escalate this even further, Toji easily destroyed Dagon, who was a special grade cursed spirit. We were told he is incredibly durable and difficult to damage, even for elite sorcerers. A great example would be him taking minimal damage from getting hit by Nanami's ratio technique, which forces critical hits. Yet, Toji's strength is complemented via the manga's own words, stating that the Playful Cloud's power depends on the strength of the wielder, where he then proceeds to easily dispatch Dagon, who scaled to at least 4 or 5 Sukuna fingers. Dagon wasn't stronger than Jogo, however, who was declared by Kenjaku to be around 8 or 9 fingers, and the manga stated that Jogo was on a completely different level compared to him. However, with Toji's strength put into perspective, we can now understand why he's capable of defeating Gojo at 16 years old. Toji used both of these abilities to stab at Gojo with his sword as soon as he let his guard down, and even escaped from a massive cursed spirit that Geto had used to trap curses within seconds. Toji's speed of movement was so insane that even Gojo was taken aback, stating that he can't sense or see him at all, therefore not able to read his moves, leading to Gojo wondering how he's so fast, which forces him to use a maximum amount of cursed energy. However, luckily for everyone, we can actually scale Toji's speed to be at least subsonic, which is 65% less than the speed of sound, equaling between 250 to 609 miles per hour. This is why he was able to dispatch Geto so easily, slashing him up before he could even react. Megumi told us that Toji is a fully realized Maki, but even Maki is easily able to catch a bullet with her bare hands before awakening the same powers as Toji. He even claims that Toji is easily rivaling the speed of Sukuna, who fought him, being 3 fingers at the time, meaning Toji is way stronger than you think. So even if we argue that Gojo was tired, which was part of Toji's strategy, his statement implies that he hasn't seen speed like this before. This is pretty impressive, especially since it's coming from someone who was considered the strongest even before awakening to enlightenment. After all, the fact remains that Gojo was the same person who altered the balance of the world with his birth alone. Toji showed no hesitation in moving into close range with Gojo to land a blow with the inverted spear of heaven, combining his street smarts with his goated physical strength. Toji killed Gojo. Or so he thought. His luck had run out with this attempt alone, as Gojo got awakened by understanding the core of cursed energy and unlocking the broken ability of reversed curse technique on his deathbed. This Gojo was a completely different person to the one that Toji had just fought, but he still went full out, showcasing some amazing feats. First off, we can easily scale Toji's defense, as he
Pokemon Go. Install and go.
New Dyson technologies make this cordless vacuum motor their most powerful yet, and Dyson's advanced HEPA filtration keeps particles trapped. Now in Prussian blue and rich copper. Only at Dyson.
He survived getting hit with Gojo's reversal red, an attack that blasted a giant cursed spirit and annihilated it in one shot with so much power that a building also got destroyed in Jujutsu Kaisen 0. The same attack he actually used against a 20-finger Sukuna and made him bleed. However, Toji didn't even break a single bone despite crashing into a building with such intense force, prompting Gojo to comment that he is a monster. Moreover, Toji instantly made a game plan against Gojo's powers whilst being in the midst of this death battle. He only lost to Gojo's hollow purple attack, but Toji still managed to sense it coming, which is a crazy achievement in and of itself. Remember that purple